Alright, what's going on, guys? So in this video, we're going to be starting another new series, the NBA 2K14 LeBron Path to Greatness mode playthrough, and we're going to do this on the PC, so we're going to go ahead and get it started. So, we got this cutscene. I'm not going to use the game audio just for copyright reasons. I'm just nervous about getting claimed with some of the music in this game. So you guys can read the text. It usually does narrate what's going on, but it's not doing that right now. So we'll see what goes on with that. Alright, so welcome to LeBron Path to Greatness. No one can predict what the future has in store, but that never stopped 2K from trying. So get ready, this should be a lot of fun. Alright, so we've got the Heat Dynasty, we've got the Fantastic Journey. So for this series, we are just going to focus on the Fantastic Journey, trying to get the 99 stars in the 33 games. So we are going to go Fantastic Journey. We start off in the 2013-14 NBA season. LeBron James is at it again with the Heat, ready to bring another title to Miami, along with his counterparts Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh, and his coach Eric Spoelstra. It's not going to be easy, though, as the entire league will be looking to knock them off their perch, including a resurgent Kobe Bryant and an old face no one expected to see back on the big stage again. So we'll begin the season. We are playing Run It Back against the San Antonio Spurs. How much of the talk this season has focused on the possibility that it is LeBron's final campaign in Miami. He's been intent on letting his play do the talking. This rematch of the 2013 NBA Finals is the perfect stage to let the world know they need to end the speculation and start figuring out how to stop the Heat. So, January 26, 2014, this was a big game in real life too, from what I remember. So it's LeBron versus the Spurs. So our game goal, each game has a goal that you have to achieve, and our game goal is to do a big night for the big three, put on a show with the big three of LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh. So, got the game intro going on here. Alright, so there you see the Spurs line up. Alright, let's go. Let's get this started. Chris Bosh tipping off against Splitter, and we win the tip. Alright, Wade. ISO against Green. Kick out to LeBron. Three ball by LeBron is good to start the game. So yeah, so I decided for this video I'm just gonna show the game, talk about some sports happenings, real life happenings, and we'll go from there. Haslam missing the jumper. I'm gonna try to shoot as much as I can with the big three, but if I get an open shot with Chalmers or Haslam or anybody off the bench, then we'll see what happens. So NFL playoffs starting up this past weekend. My hometown Indianapolis Colts advancing to face the Chiefs. That's going to be a great game with the red hot Colts going up against the top seeded Chiefs. And we got the Chargers taking on the Chargers going up against the Patriots, which is going to be another interesting matchup to watch. With the Chargers have been playing pretty well. They really should be the 2 seed and have gotten the first round bye instead of the Patriots, but because of how great the Chiefs have been, they didn't get that, and they had to play the wild card round. They did end up taking down Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. And in the NBA, we're getting close to the All-Star break. A lot of interesting storylines around the league. D Wade going on his retirement tour, as is Dirk Nowitzki. So it's going to be interesting to see those two guys retire. Dirk's been around a long time. Wade not as long, but still a while. And Dirk, 21 seasons in Dallas, which is insane to me to think about that. So we're gonna see what happens. Okay. So yeah. So my plans for this channel are to continue these two series, this and the NFL Head Coach 09 on Monday, Tuesday. Then Wednesday, this Wednesday I'll start it out. I'm going to start out with playing some Fallout New Vegas because it's the game that I have never beaten. I've beaten Fallout 3 and Fallout 4, but I haven't ever beaten New Vegas. So we're going to start playing that tomorrow on this channel. As Wade hits the 3 right there. Then on Thursday, we'll do a retro game. What game it will be, I haven't decided yet. I have some ideas in mind. And then on Friday, that's something, once we get farther there, I haven't decided what we're going to do on Fridays yet. So we will see what happens. I have some good ideas in mind for this channel. I have an idea for this series after we finish the main storyline, and potentially the Heat Dynasty as well, depending on how long it takes me to finish this. I may bump this to 2 days a week so that we can finish the main storyline quicker, because there's 33 games. So if we do this twice a week, we can finish it in a few months and do some stuff. I also want to play some WWE games on this channel, something that I didn't do as much. As I've seen, I did post on here, I tried my hand at speedrunning about a year ago with SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, but I kind of want to go through some of the old season modes, GM mode potentially, but we'll just see. And I do have some plans for some NCAA. I wanted to do an NCAA 14 Road to Glory, but I decided to leave my PS3 at home and not bring it to my dorm room, so we're not going to do that at the moment, as we're getting some lag for some reason, which makes no sense to me. So anyway, back to what I was talking about. So we've got NCAA potentially coming if I decide to start that up. And I do intend to get some newer games going on the channel as well. Madden 19, Ultimate Team, and or Draft Champions, NBA 2K19, my team, my GM, or my career, my league, maybe my career, and some other stuff. That stuff should hopefully start up soon as well. We're just gonna see. So if you guys want, just let me know what you guys have to see on this channel. I'm open to any sort of suggestions, any games you'd like to see me play, any specifics, just let me know. So yeah, like I said, tomorrow we're gonna start up with some Fallout New Vegas. Should be fun for me. I've played through a certain portion, through some portion of the game, but not all the way through, so we'll see. And I do have some plans to like do some complete, like, I want to start out with just trying to go through the main quest line in Fallout New Vegas, but we may do some Fallout 3 and Fallout 4 and even some New Vegas where we do a bunch of side quests, explore some locations, because that's the best part of Fallout. So we'll see. And I may get into some speedrunning on this channel again, but it really just kind of depends. On what I want to end up doing. So we'll see. So yeah, so back to the game. We got a wide open 3 with Ray Allen. I'm definitely going to shoot that. It's not the big 3 scoring, but it's a wide open 3. We got to take it, I think. And They get left wide open, but they can't hit the three. And then Cole strips Parker. Alley-oop to Dwayne Wade. Finishing it off with the alley-oop. Yeah. Madden Ultimate Team. Another thing that I kind of want to get into on this channel. Right now I'm trying to grind some solo challenges to get a good team so that we can play some road to the playoffs and compete. I'm trying to do the playoff solo challenges and complete all the objectives. But we'll see. I also plan to start my Pokemon channel soon. I'm kind of waiting until the new set comes out in a couple weeks before we start that up, and we can get some decks made for the new set. I think I'm going to start out by posting a set review though, and talk about the cards that I'm most excited to utilize. So yeah. And my IRL channel, I don't really have any ideas for videos for that yet. We'll just kind of see what happens with that. And we keep lagging. It's strange because it's a single player game. I don't know why my computer keeps lagging, but yeah. Let me know if you guys enjoyed the NFL head coach. Anything I can do to improve it. I've been debating doing some streams of that so you guys can see my process in making the trades and all that. And let me know if you guys would prefer though in the videos if you want to see me like negotiate the trades and all that and make them a little bit longer, or if the format that I had was fine. And the crazy thing also that I didn't note in the video, because I didn't realize it until after I started, after I finished recording, is that the game actually didn't start Andre Woodson at quarterback. They started Trent Dilfer for some reason. So we somehow went 8-8. I actually did realize it before the Week 17 game, and I switched it. But Trent Dilfer started 15 games at quarterback, and we went 8-7 in those games. And I think the team would have been a lot better if we would have had Woodson at quarterback because he's really, really good. It's not the shot that I wanted. Let's get it into Bosch. Let him do his thing. But I think that team would have done a lot better. And so next up we have the Cincinnati Bengals, which is going to be fun because they have some great pieces like Carson Palmer and Chad Johnson, who will be amazing to rebuild a team around with. They also have a solid running back in Rudy Johnson. And from what I remember, a pretty solid O-line. Their defense is probably what's going to need the most work, though, so that's what we'll have to improve in the videos. So that's another series that I might post twice a week. We'll see. So that may come out sometime this weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, if I decide to do that and go that route. Because then we can get through those, and I could end up doing like a dedicated series where I build a team into a dynasty. And I may also do some like challenges to make the game more fair for me and make it more fun to watch for you guys, instead of me just building a juggernaut with like all 90 overall players and just steamrolling everybody. We may go the route of one challenge I've experimented with. I've done it a couple times off camera recently. Is a challenge where basically I can only have players that are unwanted in a sense. So I can only trade for players that are on another team's trade block. I can only draft players if no one wants to trade for my draft pick. Like I have to trade down in the draft every time if I can, and then trade and then draft whenever I don't, like whenever no one wants to trade for the pick. And then I can't have any of the original players on the team. I have to let all the free agents go. I have to trade or cut everybody and then start over with a whole new team. And basically it's just, in the first year it'll basically just be late round prospects and then players that I decided to trade for on the trade block, and then players that get cut or not signed in free agency. And it's tough. I tried a variant of it that was a bit easier, and I went like 8-8 the first year even, and that was with, instead of not being able to like draft players, you had to keep your pick. You couldn't trade at all. You had to keep the picks you had. But since the Falcons, who I tried it with, had the third pick, that was kind of the toughest to do. And so what made it even tougher was when I did it the way I described, and I actually ended up getting fired for the first season because the team like bottomed out because it was just bad. Like our best player was like an 80 overall, and it was just horrible. So we'll see. That may be something that we do in the future. I may also do a challenge where I have to draft the players the GM suggests, which can be a blessing or a curse. Like if you, like sometimes they suggest to you a good player, sometimes they suggest to you a bust, and it really just depends. So we'll just have to see. Just to see what happens there. Because head coach is a game that definitely like varies in difficulty. Like you can make it easy, like ridiculously easy. You can make it ridiculously hard. But it really just kind of depends on what kind of play style you want to do, how much fun you want to have, and all that. And that's one of the reasons why I love it so much. Like in my opinion, no comparable simulation style game like that has been put out since, and it's been over 10 years since it's been released, which I just think is crazy. Madden is starting to get better, like Madden is starting to catch up, but I still don't think that they have it, and I would definitely be ecstatic to see a remake of Head Coach, even if they literally just took the same game and like updated the graphics, updated the rosters, all of that. I would gladly buy it, but we'll just have to see what goes on with that. Hopefully we'll get the 3 stars on this game. I'm not sure yet. As we go into halftime with a 4-point lead, I'm going to check the stats real quick. LeBron with 12, Wade 8, and Ray Allen with 7. And then Bosch with 4. Another thing is, if you notice, the pictures are a little bit different. It's because I have some mods installed that we may mess around with. I definitely do want to mess around with them. One thing is that the rosters for this mode are hidden in the game files, and somebody found them and uploaded them so that you can use them in like association mode. So I definitely would be okay um, with going and um, doing a association mode with that, or possibly taking the the players that you're gonna see later that like 2K made up for this and putting them into NBA 2K19 and seeing how they would fare. Another thing is with this, I might see like how this universe would react to like modern players being added in. Like, well, this was Giannis's rookie year, but they didn't have him projected to be as good as he was in real, or as he's in real life. So it'd be fun to see what would happen with that. And we give up an and one to Tony Parker, which is fine. As you saw, Tony Parker's been lighting us up, man. He's got, I think, 24 points now, which is insane. We cannot stop him. We need to start stopping him if we want to improve our chances of winning this game as LeBron James with a crazy dunk. But yeah, so that's my plan later at the end of this series is to kind of see how this universe that 2K made up would react to guys like Giannis, Luka Doncic, Joel Embiid, Andrew Wiggins, etc. being added in. Because I definitely think that would be fun, and it would definitely kind of spotlight some teams that don't get enough love in this. Like, for example, I know you literally don't play a single game against the Milwaukee Bucks the whole time, and so their roster, you never could see what their roster was like. So they could have Giannis, they could have Thon Maker, Brogdon, all those guys that they've brought in, and they can come in and be impact players. The other crazy thing about this is, we'll see this a bit later, is how much 2K actually ended up getting right. Like, they were just blindly like guessing at this. They had to get LeBron's free agent decision wrong, which was like the whole point. But the crazy thing is like other random stuff that they were like just kind of blindly grasping at straws at, they ended up actually being dead on with. And I'm not going to spoil anything for this at the moment, but we'll just have to see. You'll see later on what I mean by that. Nice tip by Bosch, but we can't get it. But yeah. Green, the three, tough defense. And LeBron to the hole. Getting the foul. And tie it up here. Yeah, these old 2Ks on the PS3 are some of my favorite games. Because I actually kind of had a lull from 2K. I really enjoyed the PS2 2Ks, I still do. And then when the transition to the PS3 happened, I kind of didn't really get into the 2Ks, like 2K10, 2K11. And then 2K12, I played a decent amount. And then 2K13 came out, and they came out with my team, and that was when I really started to be big into 2K again, and really like start playing it a lot. Played 2K13 a lot. I played some my team. I had all the middle school me had the budget ballers out there with like guys like Gerald Green, who's insane. Del Curry, Steve Kerr. Who else was in that game? Harrison Barnes was a rookie. They made him a bronze player, and there was a 75 overall, and so he was insane. Like, everybody used him that didn't have. The thing with that game was there was no like restrictions on lineups, except you had to pay a salary, and the better your players were, and the more like signature skills at the time, like badges now, you had on them, the more you had to pay. But it didn't really stop anybody from having like all gold super teams, even like the 8th seed. You could also buy players, like current players, just on the market. They would have like a market price that was based on how well they were doing in real life, and you would get players that way. So like people would have super teams. Like everybody had LeBron, everybody had Dwight Howard, who was like the best center in the game at the time when he was on the Lakers. Before he, because they didn't really update the rosters for the most part, or like the overalls of any players. They mostly added new players into the game. So Dwight Howard was like a 95 overall because everybody thought he'd be amazing on the Lakers, and then he wasn't. So what they would do is they would lower like the salary or like the cost to get those players. It's like Gerald Green you could get for 250 VC, and he was amazing. There's guys like Steve Novak, Matt Bonner, laser 3-point shooters that you could get for cheap. And that was when 3-point shooting was like insane. Everybody abused it. I abused it, I'll admit. Then 2K14 came out. They made some changes, but nothing like crazy. You know, stuff like they got rid of the whole market for current players. You could still sell them back at a rate, but then you couldn't buy players. So that was the year that people found out about the infamous VC glitch, where you could like can't if you it was I want to say it was only on Xbox, and you had to have like a credit card set up, but you could like cancel the transaction as it was like finishing up, and you would still get the VC, but it wouldn't charge your credit card, which was pretty insane. Like people had stacked like historic teams because of that. Like people literally just got every single player that they wanted and just dominated. I remember Shake and Bake did a bunch of videos on that, and he ended up actually like selling all of his players and starting over because people got upset about it. And then the next gen came out, and that was kind of how we started my team as we know it. But yeah, in short, I really enjoy this game and these old 2Ks. This game didn't really get enough love because everybody was waiting for the PS4 version to come out. So there really weren't a lot of... I mean, most of the YouTubers like covered it and then just kind of completely dropped it and went to next gen with the My Career, like the storylines and all that, and then the My GM. I do enjoy that My Career storyline though, and there's another glitch with that out now that I may abuse and show you guys, and do some videos with. Basically, it's like with the like skill point VC stuff in the game can't handle negatives very well. Shane Battier almost nailed that full court shot. The game can't handle like negative values very well, and so you can lose like VC when you have no VC, and it'll just let you buy whatever you want. Like on my PS4, I have like a 90 overall player who's a rookie because of it. I've seen that glitch happen a lot where like games don't handle negatives and they just make it like infinite because it can't handle you having negative money. I've seen it happen in FIFA or FIFA 11. I saw it with like the transfer budget. If you got your transfer budget into negatives, it would just give you infinite amounts, and so you could literally rebuild any team you wanted into having like all the best players because you could buy whoever you wanted. But yeah, so back to this game. It's a close game, 5-point lead for them in the fourth quarter. Chris Bosh went for the 3, can't hit it. But then LeBron James blocks Danny Green going for the layup. Norris Cole has the ball. Chris Bosh. Kick out to LeBron. No good from deep by him. Boris Diaw for 3, no good. Ray Allen grabbing the rebound. LeBron misses from mid-range. Diaw nails the jumper to put them up 7. So it's comeback time. We're going to put in Dwayne Wade at the point guard spot. We're actually going to put in Greg Oden at center and move Chris Bosh to power forward. And then Wade driving to the hoop and 1. Cutting the lead down to 4. 70-66 San Antonio. 4 minutes to go. We tip it away with Ray Allen. Still Spurs ball. They're looking for Manu over in the corner. Duncan nails it. And LeBron James missing the contact layup as we got the bad animation there. That one's like the only animation that doesn't go in with LeBron. Most of the time, even the other like normal layups that most people miss, LeBron will still make. But that one, I don't think it's possible to make if you get that animation, which is kind of crazy. They come down and score again, but we nail that 3-pointer to bring it back down to 5. 3 minutes to go. Leonard wants to shoot it in the corner. Tony Parker, tough jumper. Good defense by Ray Allen, but we can't grab the ball. And it's still San Antonio basketball. And they want a timeout. Manu Ginobili. Into Duncan. Duncan on LeBron. Duncan misses. Allen with the rebound. Kick out to Bosh, who drains the mid-range jumper to put us down 3. We need to stop here. And we got it. LeBron James running to the hoop. And the dunk to put us down 1 point with 2:17 to go in the game. Allen working on LeBron. Parker in the corner. Batted away by Wade. Stripped by Wade, and LeBron takes it. And LeBron nearly gets the and 1. He missed the free throw, man. I always struggle with LeBron's free throw release for some reason. We nailed that one, though, to tie it up with 2 minutes to go in the game. 74 apiece. Splitter. Parker over to Ginobili for 3. No good. Bosh grabs the rebound. Wade inside to LeBron, who jams it home. And we have the lead. San Antonio timeout with 1:39. Ginobili to Parker. Parker jumper. tie it up again. Chalmers inside to Haslam. Great pass, and we have the lead again. 1:27 to go. And Duncan ties it up again with a tough layup. They're going to leave LeBron open for mid-range. He misses, but Haslam again. Udonis Haslam coming in clutch on the boards to give us the lead again. Duncan can't make it on Chris Bosh. Alley-oop to LeBron, and we can't grab it. I thought that might have gone off Splitter's leg, but it does go off LeBron. Under a minute to go. Spurs basketball. Tony Parker with a floater. He makes it to tie it. But they leave Chris Bosh open. Cut into the hoop. So we're going back and forth here with the Spurs. We get the steal. Dwayne Wade can't make the layup though. Ginobili, no good. And it looks like they want to set up maybe for the last shot here. And I do commit the foul. That was kind of a dumb play by me trying to strip the ball from them. Haslam has 4 fouls, but he's been doing work on the glass, so we're going to leave the starters in. 12 seconds to go. They want the last shot. They want to try to win it. Out of bounds. Still their ball with 7 seconds to go in the game. To get it into Parker. Oh no. Leonard blocked by LeBron, and we win it by 2. 82-80. Big time win. Now let's see if we got the 3-star performance. Did we pull it off? LeBron with 32, Wade with 15. Parker also had 32, which is crazy. But we'll see. It's going to be close. 500 points. We only get the 2-star though, so I'll have to come back to this game off camera, replay it, and get the 3 stars. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, and make sure to subscribe to this channel. So yeah, so until next time, this is me signing off.